The film starts by showing a couple with the girl named Gloria. She has been jobless for a long time and stays worried because of it. As a result, she behaves strangely with her friend, which upsets him. He threatens Gloria, saying that if her behavior continues, he will leave her alone. One day, he does exactly that, telling Gloria to go back home, saying, "Now you mean nothing to me." Gloria has a problem. She drinks a lot and frequently scratches her head without even realizing it. After this, we see Gloria returning to her hometown, where she reconnects with her childhood friend, Oscar. He tells her, "I have a bar here. You can stay with me at the bar if you want." Since Gloria already drinks a lot, she spends the night there, drinking and befriending Oscar's friends. They talk together and spend the night socializing. Then her old friend calls her, informing her that a giant creature has attacked Korea and destroyed much of the country. The monster has specifically targeted the city of Seoul, leaving devastation in its wake. Gloria becomes upset, wondering where the monster came from and fearing it might attack other cities. However, after some initial concern, she doesn't think about it too much, and her routine remains the same. She goes to the club at night and returns home in the morning. One day, Oscar approaches Gloria, suggesting she needs a job. He offers her a position at his bar, to which she agrees. As a gift, Oscar gives her a big TV. When Gloria turns it on, the news is broadcasting footage of the monster's rampage. She notices something strange. The monster scratches its head just like Gloria does and lifts objects in the same way she does. Gloria starts thinking about these odd similarities and becomes sick over the next few days, resting at home. Meanwhile, in Seoul, the giant creature stops appearing, going silent for the same 2 to 3 days Gloria is sick. When she notices this, she feels uneasy. Curious, she goes outside to sit in a nearby playground and sees that the giant monster is sitting just like her, not moving at all. Seeing this, Gloria starts to believe she is controlling the monster, that her actions somehow mirror the monster's actions. There's a specific time when the monster appears, 8 a.m., the same time Gloria usually goes to the playground. She starts to think that the playground might be connected to Seoul. Upset by her suspicions, she goes to her friend Oscar in the morning, confiding in him. Oscar dismisses her thoughts as imagination, saying, "How can you control a monster? Come to your senses." Determined to prove her point, Gloria invites Oscar and his friends to the park and asks them to turn on the live news. As she dances in front of them, the monster, broadcast on the news, moves in sync with her. At that moment, helicopters from the army begin attacking the monster, and Gloria feels physical pain as the attacks continue. She waves her hands wildly, and the monster mimics her movements, inadvertently destroying the helicopters. Soon, a barrage of military forces attacks the monster, causing Gloria even more pain. She collapses, and her friends carry her home. When she regains consciousness, Gloria learns from the news that the monster had also collapsed, causing massive destruction as it fell onto buildings in Seoul. Realizing there is a real connection between her and the monster, Gloria starts to weep, unsure of what to do. Oscar tries to comfort her, saying, "Don't worry. We were already worried about the monster, and now a giant robot has arrived there too. But it doesn't mean you're connected to the robot. It's just your imagination. Coincidences happen." However, as time goes on, it becomes clear that Oscar is controlling the robot in the same way Gloria is linked to the monster. We understand the reason here. The playground area is somehow connected to Seoul, where the monsters and robots appear. Whoever spends the most time in that playground becomes connected to a creature there. When Gloria started spending time in the playground, she became linked to the monster. Similarly, when Oscar spent time there and observed its movements, he became linked to the robot. Before this, Oscar had never been in the playground area, but when he entered it the previous day, a robot appeared in Seoul, meeting up with a giant monster. Now, Oscar and Gloria start discussing what the actual problem is. Gloria researches extensively and discovers that the monster was last seen in Korea 25 years ago. Determined to prevent further destruction, she decides, "I will not let any more harm happen at any cost. I will apologize to everyone and stop drinking so that I can stay in my senses and know exactly what I am doing." However, Gloria realizes that the monster is in Korea, where people will understand Korean. She uses a translator to write a note in Korean, saying, "I am sorry. I will never harm you again." The next morning, her plan is about to succeed. She goes to the playground, gestures to people to move away, and slowly sits down. On the ground, she writes the same message from the note. The monster mimics her actions, and soon the news reports that the monster has apologized and promises not to harm anyone again. People feel relieved, saying the monster has understood. Gloria is pleased. One of Oscar's friends congratulates her, saying, "It worked exactly as you wanted." Afterward, Gloria goes to sleep. When she wakes up the next morning, she sees on the news that while the monster has calmed down, the robot is wreaking havoc in Korea, causing widespread destruction. She realizes that Oscar must be at the playground and immediately goes there, finding him doing tricks. Gloria confronts him, asking, "What are you doing, knowing all of this?" Oscar responds, "I'm just enjoying myself, and I'm not destroying anything new, just the places that were already damaged." Gloria pleads with him to stop, warning that people are losing their lives because of his actions, but Oscar doesn't listen. So, Gloria steps into the playground herself, and live news footage shows the monster confronting the robot, motioning for it to leave. However, Oscar defies her, taunting, "When it was your turn, you took many lives. I'm just having fun, and it's bothering you." Gloria slaps Oscar, and on live news, viewers see the monster slap the robot. Humiliated, Oscar moves away without saying a word, unable to tolerate the insult. Soon, people start making memes, calling it a thug life moment and saying the monster knocked the robot out. Oscar, however, doesn't find any of this funny and becomes increasingly aggressive toward Gloria, determined to take revenge. In his anger, Oscar tries to get Gloria to drink, hoping she'll lose control and cause trouble at the playground, but she refuses. Frustrated, Oscar heads straight to the playground and begins doing more tricks. Gloria arrives quickly, telling him to stop. Oscar then reveals his intentions. "I'm here to get revenge on you. I don't care about the people. I'll even kill you if I have to." A fierce fight breaks out between them, with Oscar pulling Gloria's hair and beating her relentlessly, showing no shame despite her being a woman. The live broadcast shows the robot attacking the monster as Gloria tries to defend herself. Finally, angered and fed up, Gloria says, "Oscar, stop it. Stay within your limits. I'm done working at your bar." Oscar retorts, "Fine, but if you leave the bar, I'll show up there every day, and I will cause so much destruction that you'll never forget it. If I do this, it will be your fault, Gloria." Oscar threatens, clearly blackmailing her. Gloria responds, "You were my friend, Oscar. Don't you remember how we used to play together as kids?" Oscar replies angrily, "What about everything you did to me? Yes, we played and studied together, but you went abroad for school while I stayed here, just running a small bar with my father. Do you think I didn't want success or to progress?" At this point, Gloria is thrilled and begins packing her things. However, Oscar is agitated by this. He warns her, "If you leave, you can't imagine what I'll do. I will destroy all of Korea." Feeling cornered and blackmailed, Gloria heads home, only to find Oscar waiting there. "Go on, leave while I'm watching," he sneers. Gloria, feeling helpless, scratches her head, a habit that suddenly jogs a memory. She recalls an incident from 25 years ago when she and Oscar were schoolmates. They had been given a project to build a model of South Korea. Both worked hard, but Gloria's project turned out more impressive. However, a strong wind began to blow, scattering her model. Oscar went to retrieve it, but upon seeing that her model was better than his, he began to destroy it out of jealousy. Watching this, Gloria felt devastated and, in her hurt, made a wish for justice. Unbeknownst to her, her wish was powerful. In that moment, a bolt of lightning struck, hitting her head and causing it to bleed. She began scratching her head in pain, and a mysterious portal opened near her project, linking her soul to a monster that emerged. Similarly, a robot appeared beside Oscar, connecting to his soul when the lightning hit him as well. This incident left a lasting bond, with Oscar's jealousy festering ever since. Oscar, fueled by rage, attempts to attack Gloria, but she realizes she is stronger and forces him out of her house. She decides to travel to Korea, and when Oscar learns of this, he hurries to the playground. Meanwhile, in Korea, the robot appears, frightening the citizens. However, before it can harm anyone, Gloria arrives in Korea, activating the portal's reverse mechanism. When she is in Korea, her monster appears elsewhere. The monster manifests in front of Oscar back at the playground. Terrified, Oscar begins to flee. Gloria, seizing the opportunity, enacts her plan. She sits on the ground, symbolically grabbing hold of Oscar, or rather, the robot he controls. This causes the robot to be lifted into the air in Korea, where Gloria then throws it far into the distance, causing it to vanish permanently. The Koreans watch in awe, feeling gratitude toward the monster that had not only apologized but also rid them of the threatening robot. Impressed and relieved, they trust the monster, but Gloria decides to leave quietly, vowing never to return to the playground or to Korea. The people believe that the robot and monster are gone for good, bringing peace to their world. Gloria feels a mix of happiness and sorrow, knowing she has finally freed herself, but also feeling the weight of betrayal from people she once trusted. Later, she goes to a club, reflecting to herself, "Gloria, you're still strong. You're enough on your own." And with that, the movie ends. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.